Welcome to the online training for random metal detector searches. The purpose of this training is to make all employees familiar with the LAUSD policy, practices, and procedures that must be followed whenever students are asked to submit to random metal detector searches. By the end of this training, you will be able to conduct a random metal detector search that is in full compliance with district policy and procedures, as well as have an accurate understanding of the operation of the metal detector wands. In 1985, the United States Supreme Court ruled that a school district may conduct student searches provided that they meet the standard of reasonableness. Since that time, the courts have authorized different types of student searches, including random metal detector searches. School metal detector searches may be conducted under the administrative search doctrine, which has provided constitutional authority for metal detector searches in such places as airports and courthouses. In 1993, the Los Angeles Unified School District implemented policies authorizing random metal detector searches under California Education Code Section 35160 and the Safe Schools Clause, which permits reasonable application of metal detectors at schools. Searches at airports and public buildings are now a regular part of daily life. They are in place to ensure public safety and to actively manage and mitigate hazards. Every LAUSD school must have a process in place to ensure the safety of everyone on campus. Daily random checks for weapons and other kinds of contraband are part of that process. District Bulletin Number 1824, Random Metal Detector Searches, describes the acceptable search procedures and recommends that schools conduct daily random searches for weapons as an active deterrent to violence on campus. Regular random searches will discourage students from bringing illegal items to school. The bulletin also reminds school site staff that the searches must be random and cannot be used solely for the purpose of searching students who are suspected of violating other school rules. In addition, students who refuse to submit to a random search that is carried out in accordance with the bulletin may be subject to disciplinary actions for defying the valid authority of school personnel. In 2010, all district secondary schools received a DVD entitled Metal Detector Training for Schools from the Office of School Operations. This video and a copy of Bulletin 1824 are both available online and at the School Operations website, schooloperations.lausd.net. Before a school can begin a random metal detector search, the school must notify all students and their parents about the process. This is done through such things as signage at the school, the distribution of the parent-student handbook, school bulletins, and public address announcements. These searches should be a routine occurrence and an expected part of every school day. They are done to keep everyone on campus safe. While not every student will be searched, no student should be surprised if they are included in the process. The searches are effective because they are both random and regular. No student should feel that they can bring a weapon to school because no one ever checks. Everyone who serves on a school weapons detection team must be familiar with the process and the operation of the metal detector. The staff must view the training DVD on the operation of the scanner and watch the video that shows how students can hide weapons. The staff should be familiar with the controls on the scanner and know that the scanner must be in motion to work properly. The school team that is conducting the search must meet before the search to make sure that the selected classroom was randomly chosen. This can be done by writing all the school classroom numbers on slips of paper and drawing one slip at random, or by rolling dice. Before they go to the classroom, the team must also ensure that the team has both male and female members. Their handheld metal detectors are working. They have identified a nearby classroom to be used for the searches. All team members know their jobs and responsibilities. They have any needed supplies, such as gloves or trays, to hold the students' personal objects. The weapons detector team leader then enters the classroom with two additional team members. While the leader stands at the front of the classroom, the other two members go to different places in the room where they can watch the students and their backpacks. The leader announces the purpose of the activity and, using a pre-selected random number, selects students to be. The process should be announced to the students and should be done in a transparent manner. If the random number is 3, the leader can select the student sitting at every third desk or go down the teacher's roster and select every third student. The selected students are then asked to pick up their books, personal items, notebooks, and backpack or book bag and proceed out into the hallway. The two team members are to assist and are expected to watch the students from different angles to make sure that nothing is passed to other students and that everyone brings their personal items and backpack with them. The assistants also follow and monitor the students as they go out of the classroom. Once in the designated search location that is out of public view, the students are separated by gender and searched. When the students approach the searcher, they can be asked if they want to admit to being in possession of any prohibited item. If they say no, the students are asked to empty their backpack on a table and then empty their pockets onto a specific area of the table. As part of the random search, student backpacks and purses should also be searched. In addition to weapons, students may carry markers for tagging and drugs, as well as other prohibited items in their purses or backpacks. Students should be asked to empty the contents of their backpacks on the table. Have the student open all compartments and demonstrate that they are empty. Searchers should be careful about putting their hands in areas of the backpack or purse that they cannot see. Any unseen sharp object can cause injury. Searchers should open school books to check for hidden objects and tagging. Random pieces of paper with tagging should be confiscated as a way of connecting specific students with certain tags or tagging crews. Once the student's backpack has been checked and their pockets are empty, the team member uses the wand to check for any hidden metal object that may be concealed on their person. Have the student step away from the table, hold their arms away from their body, and direct them to keep an eye on their personal items that they placed on the desk. While the metal detector should not touch the student, it must be held close enough to be effective. Small weapons such as razor blades and ice picks will not trigger the detector if it is too far away. The best process is to be systematic and consistent. Start at the right foot and bring the detector up the right leg, 2 inches away from the student's clothes. Pass slowly over socks, pockets, and any area that can be used to hide objects. Move the detector up the body and along the arms, neck, and down the other side to the left foot. Next, have the student turn 90 degrees and repeat the process with their front and back. Most objects are found in pockets, so scan them slowly and carefully. If the detector alerts, ask the student to double-check their pockets and empty them completely. If the detector alerts on such an item as a belt buckle, make sure that it is not masking some other metal object. Ask to see behind the buckle and have the student move the buckle. Anytime the detector gives an alert, there is a reason and it should be investigated. Remember that the metal detector will only work when it is in motion, so it must be constantly moving. When it does alert, move it back and forth next to the area to clearly define where the metal object is located. Because there is metal in concrete floors, the metal detector will alert when it is in the vicinity of shoes and socks. In order to avoid hearing confusing signals, the operator should press the button on the wand that changes its sensitivity to background interference while searching the area around the student's shoes and socks. Because these random weapon searches are administrative searches, the school police officer cannot actively participate. For a police officer to conduct a search, there must be probable cause. These searches are random. In the event that the searcher discovers illegal items, the police officer can take action. The officer can witness the process but cannot act unless there is probable cause. Even if there is no police officer on campus, weapon searches must still take place. If a student is found to be in possession of illegal material, they can be held in the office until an officer can be dispatched to the school. Once the students have been searched, they should be given a pass that shows the time they left to go back to class. Once all the searches are complete, the team leader should go back to the classroom and make sure all the students returned in a timely manner and thank the teacher for their cooperation. Schools must document and keep track of their searches. They need to keep a log of the date, time, class period, room, and number of students searched. This log will be the proof that the searches are truly random. Schools should remember the following guidance when conducting random searches. 1. The students, their parents, and the staff must know about the school search policy and how it is practiced. 2. The search team needs to understand the search process, the school procedures, and how the wands operate. 3. The process must be truly random and transparent. 4. The members of the search team will only search students of their own gender. 5. The search will be done carefully and with respect for the student. 6. Any evidence uncovered by the search will be handled carefully and become part of the disciplinary process. 7. The school will keep a log of the searches. School personnel can always contact their local district operations coordinator for advice and support. Because these searches may result in student discipline proceedings, it will be important to conduct the process in a manner that can be supported if the process is challenged or appealed. The local district can provide schools with information about local tagging crews and gangs. This will help searchers be aware of the significance of any tagged materials. The school police officer and the local sergeant can make staff aware of how some weapons are disguised as common objects. The DVD that was sent to all schools also shows how many common objects that can be modified to become or hide weapons. Every school also has access to a district lawyer who can offer advice and support. If you have any questions or need additional information, please contact your local district operations coordinator or the Office of School Operations at 213-241-5337. Thank you for your attention.